The only people today that I hear are adults. So my challenge to the IT Corps moving forward, the next panel that we see, I want to see kids. Because if we hear from them, then they'll know that we're listening, right? I mean, now if you want to mentor and train and coach, right, then your IT Corps needs to have representation at that level. Because the only way that you're going to mentor, train, and coach anyone to be better at what they are, to mimic what you do, is to have them do it. I'm a process improver, and I'm a continuous process improver. I work in the IT area, in database management. I manage a big team, same probably as you in that. But I have to give it to them. Our IT Corps should be the empowerment of technology. You had said that they were asking you, why are you here? And I guess if I look at that and I tried to picture an answer to myself, my answer would have been, I'm here for you. Because IT Corps should be there for them. Community, kids, right? I mean, because if we're talking they're the future, I want to hear what they have to say about the future. These are very talented young people. I've talked to many of them in that, as well as your college educated and all these other people. So like I said, it's a twofold thing. I challenge the IT Corps to incorporate that childlike mentality. Because see, sometimes the only time that you're able to see the vision of a child is down here, not up here.
Yeah.
Okay? So I do understand the panel, and like I said, I've sat and I've listened, and I mean, I think that there are some things that we can do. I like what they had to say. I just think that, you know, from your vantage point, and you have a magazine that that you can use to articulate that message. I firmly believe that there's a child publisher out there, right?
We've seen actually one of the examples that we've got, and this format that we're taking here, where our job really tonight is just to try to elicit from people who don't interact with BDPA, computers is not what it's about. It was to get the big questions out, if you will. And let me run a thread through everything that was said tonight, and beginning with some of the suggestions that were provided. And Marcy said, well, one of the there's an opportunity to learn for young people to learn about the field of pathology, or at least for young people to take the leadership in telling other people about the field of pathology. We have a major advantage being in Cleveland with a global organization like the Cleveland Clinic and university hospitals and so forth. I think as we get older, we realize how important it is to have the Cleveland Clinic down the street. If I were one of these young kids here, I'd be thinking, it's always been down the street, what's the big deal? But it's actually pretty powerful. Larry Caillou had said something about working with human services, nonprofits that are hurting right now because of resources, and you have something to offer them. Believe it or not, these organizations, don't worry about why they don't know how, because I have young people at home who have banned me from using an iPod because they just can't stand to see me fumble around with it. Don't worry about how come we don't know how to do these things. Well, you know how to do it, so you guys can actually help solve a number of these things. Get involved with leadership and that bring out the best in our young people, and that is hanging out with people who are wise, who've been around the block a few times. I know we're not fun, but we're wise. So that's going to be one of those things that we're going to do, if you will. You also said that in Pastor Lenz, that on sustainability project, that get into some of the working groups and contact the mayor's groups, and we'll find somewhere where the young people can react to what they're trying to do and what they're trying to say about what they're doing and so forth. Peter also brought up that the only roadblock that you have is not taking initiative or putting limitations on yourselves. So it's not so much a message for you, but also a message that you can carry to others, including adults. Because I've had